Nikken was founded in Fukuoka, Japan in 1975. For over 40 years, they've been helping people with health and wellness with magnetic insoles. And this is the latest rendition. Now, paper clips. What are we doing with paper clips on this? Now, if I sit this on top of each of the magnetic nodules, you can see that it stands there pretty easy. Now let's take a look at the original magnetic insole. This is made in Japan and darn near as old as that first company. As you can see, it has the kanji writing, and if you can read that, you'll find some interesting statements. Now, if I take this, I can tell it's a magnet, I can feel that, but you would have a challenging time getting that to stand up. And the significance is when I sit this here, what it is following the magnetic lines of force, which go up quite a bit more. And this idea is basically probably better explained through a bigger rendition that kind of started everything. Now, what you'll see here is a magnet that has bigger circles, and if I take this out, which is easier to take apart than the insole, you'll actually see two magnets, just like right here. And what we'll discover is these actually are positioned so they repel each other, as you can see. But if I push this through that field, it grabs and it pushes the other magnetic, almost like a fountain, and so you're having a greater depth of penetration with the same type of magnet, which is fascinating. And that's what makes this so effective compared to all of the other ones that we have. So let me show you another model. This is the famous Nikken checkerboard magnet, and I can kind of feel some pulls along when I move this from point to point. But again, quite the challenge in getting it to stand up. And I've got a friend who really loved the Magstrides. This is another version, and it's based on equilateral triangles. And each equilateral triangle is surrounded by another triangle of the opposite polarity, and it works really well. In fact, my friend that I'm referring to was involved in several car wrecks, several surgeries, not only the car wrecks, but bronco riding, football, lots of things like that. He was all messed up, hurt a lot, and these changed his life. However, when I came over and took the other ones out of his shoes, put these in place, it was dramatic. I asked him to stand up, and he got a big smile on his face as he stood taller than I'd ever seen him stand. And then also I said, let's go for a walk, and he started walking faster than ever before. This is just geometry. This magnetic structure is superior to the others. In fact, it isn't just horsepower. This is a Super Mini, an earlier product that was a very high performance product, but again, it's pretty difficult to get it to stand up. It has more strength, and if I were to put this on a refrigerator, I would bust a nail trying to get it off. You'd need a butter knife, a very, very strong. However, what it is not just a horsepower contest, it is design, and this is the latest and greatest. Another thought, if you take this little ring off, here's just a little thing we discovered. If you have a t-shirt, and let's say you've got a bad shoulder, or you want something over one of your vertebrae or something like that, you can actually push this down, and this is the part that you want facing the body, so this would be outward. And I would recommend, if you just have a t-shirt and nothing else, you could do this, but it might come off, and so you might be buying more. It does hold on pretty good, but if it's an undershirt and you have an outer shirt and it accidentally comes off, it'll all kind of fall and be within your clothing. But this is amazing. This is a really nice way to get a magnetic charge while you're sleeping. And the other reason I like to take that, in fact, yeah, that it sticks in there pretty good. The other reason I like to take this off is if I were going to use the tape, just the overall thickness of the product, it'll hide under there better. So that's kind of a fun thing. And in fact, if you are worried about putting it together wrong, it will go together wrong, and it will be much less effective. And so make sure you can see these little dimples. There's a dimple on this side too. Make sure that those are pointing outward. And also just kind of remember, all you have to do is just kind of go like this. You'll feel a lot of resistance over here, pure attraction. So put it where they resist, put it together, and always have the circles toward the body.